to see things in a way that I couldn't see them before. And it's not necessarily to say, oh, that way is right now, but it gives you more perspective to make those choices and to understand how things are moving for you. So if you're in the messy middle, just know it's okay. When I first started this project, I left it sit like this for 5 days while I was gone. I went and had a wonderful time in watching my daughter graduate from college. Worry about the messy middle, because you know what? Nobody's coming to fix up your shit. Nobody's coming to save you. It's your job, and it's an inside job, and you need help. You need help. We can't do this alone. So if I'm not resonating with you, your mission, whether you choose to accept it or not, is to find the support and help that you can to get through where you need to go next, because you're just going to keep hurting until you do. That's called resistance. If you want the pain to go away, stop resisting and find your path, because it's just going to keep hurting until you do. But I promise you, all of the work is worth it. I'm proof of that. And I'm sure that there are millions others that could say that they are proof of that too. And you'll get confirmation and synchronicities with this, because there's not a human on the planet that our job is not to heal those things that need to be healed within us from this lifetime and many lifetimes before, if you believe in that sort of thing. And just know you are not alone. Somewhere out there is your people if I'm not your people. I want to be your people, but I also understand I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I healed these shadows in your life, not me personally. I'm about to finish that, so don't get your knickers all in a twist. But I heal by shining my light, which allows you to see your shadows so that you can heal them. And then I hold your hand and we cry together while you do it. And if that doesn't sound like a good time to you, I don't know what is. I'm just kidding. But ultimately, when that moment is done, when you have embraced and understand and seen yourself and then sat with that even when it hurts, that's the juicy stuff. That's the stuff that lives are made of. Because I have a lot of messy middle to clean up. But now I can see the messy middle and where it needs to be cleaned up. And I understand that it's a process, and that when I can't see where the messy middle is because I'm too close to it, forest for the tree, messy middle. When it gets like that, I know that if I just take one step at a time and clean up that messy middle, as long as it takes, but I don't give up and I just keep going one little step at a time, and most importantly, do not keep adding to it, it will start to snowball and gain momentum, and you'll be able to do more, because there's a lot to unpack in the messy middle. A lot of good juicy stuff that we like about ourselves that got wound up, and the stuff that we don't like about ourselves. And the fact is that we have to change our story in our head, because as soon as you change the story in your head, the messy middle starts to unravel. I keep leaning in because I also wear glasses and I can't really see you. I can't really see you anyway, but I can't really see you because I can't see me. And so every now and then I just lean in so I can see me better, which means I can see you better. And that means ultimately you can see me better. So if you just needed me to shine a little bit brighter, just consider it my flame turning up for you every time I lean into the camera a little bit. And just know that I see you. And it's not that I know what you need, because I don't. And people who tell you that, or show you their way that says that theirs is the only way, then they're not the person for you, because everyone's way is the right way for them. And so I consider it my privilege to be able to show you that you can choose your way, and it's all okay. It'll still work out. Choose you. and learning how to listen to what your body wants in those moments. Because when I learned that, it was a real game changer for everything else in my life. And it upsets the apple cart sometimes, and sometimes the messy middle lasts a long time. I'm pretty sure mine was like, felt like 5-10 years, or maybe the entire 53. I don't know. All I know is I'm so glad to be out of it. Ish. I'm so glad that I can see it so that I can address it, even when things get busy. I'm so glad that I can stand here and record a video that I would never even considered doing in 100 years. Even, I would say 8 weeks ago. I've been practicing, but a lot of things never hit public or whatever. I was always waiting for it to look less messy. But you know what? That's not how life is. Life is messy. Life is challenging. Life is exhausting and hard. But we are making it so much harder than it needs to be because we think we have to do it alone. Or at least I did. And so if that speaks to you and you hear that in your head that you feel like you are doing this or you need to do this alone, I'm here to tell you that's not true. My responsibility to you as a Wellness Through Art attendee is to be with you and support you and others in the group in a way that creates a safe container of love and support. And after we've been together, it's more supportive, more safe with each other. And when we create those safe spaces, sky's the limit, baby. Sky's the limit, because each person in this group contributes to the wholeness of the group. And when that happens, we flourish and grow in ways that we could never imagine, ever in our wildest dreams. Like, seriously. So there's a lot to unpack. Wellness Through Art is a place for you to land and unpack it. And I tell you that because it's not about the art. The art is just the thing that helps us create a map and a message for ourselves. It's like a treasure hunt. And it's a 5-week treasure hunt. And the 5-week treasure hunt is about the treasure of you and what you want for you to show up in 2026 for you. Because the hunt is on, but not in that chasey kind of way that we usually do, but in that treasure hunty kind of way that says, I'm excited to know who I am next. I'm excited and I can't wait to get to that next little clue that gives me insight of my wow. Like, wow. And yeah, it might be painful to come through, but it's temporary. You have about 16 seconds of discomfort before the next feeling comes through, which for me most of the time is relief. Like, I'll have, when I release all memory like that, I will have this sigh of relief because I want to have that one-on-one experience, but in that group atmosphere where we can all support each other, because I don't have all the answers. What I have is some skill at reading art, some skill at teaching you techniques in art if you don't have them. I have a compassionate heart, a loving stare, supportive questions, and I can hold space for people because I've done that all my life. But now I know how to do it healthy for me and supportive for you at the same time. And it's a really rewarding feeling. And 5-week journey starts January 3rd. It's on Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. All 5 Saturdays in January. But at the end of that last session, you should be well on your way, if not fully completed, with a painting that is bespoke just for you because you painted it. You will have created your own self in 5 weeks in a way that you could have never done before. And with my skills of and knowledge of bodies, body work, meditation, massage, exercise science, and just generally being my own awesome self in all of those areas and the way that it shows up for me in my body and how I use that to help you, we can really create some spicy, juicy stuff together for 2026. Whether you're with me for 5 weeks or the entire year, that's totally up to you. But my intention is to be all in. And the way and things that we can accomplish together, no bounds. I hope to see you there. I'll leave the links below. Like and subscribe, and I will see you